This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, run them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineup, and see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. Starting off with last week's truck race at Knoxville, Todd Gilliland coming away with the victory over Ben Rhodes, Chandler Smith, Zane Smith, and John Hunter Nemechek. Some surprise names with Chris Wright and Chase Purdy inside the top 10, both of the Friesens just outside of that top 10, and trouble for Ty Majeski, who has a mechanical issue after winning the first stage. He finishes in last place. We head over to Nashville now with the Truck Series event. Chandler Smith just winning over Ryan Preece, John Hunter Nemechek, Zane Smith, and Ty Majeski making up that top 5. Derek Cross definitely looking for a better finish to keep himself in playoff contention. He'll finish 22nd, 2 laps down. Otherwise, a very standard running order with no one dropping out of the race. And for the Xfinity Series, it should have been AJ Allmendinger claiming victory, but he heads to pit lane with just a couple laps to go after leading 124 circuits. He ends up in 13th position and hands over the victory to Ty Gibbs, who wins just over Josh Berry, Landon Castle, Noah Gragson, and Justin Allgaier, making up the top 5. A medley of mechanical issues leads to drivers like Jeremy Clements and Trevor Bayne bringing up the rear. Now it is time for the Cup event. Second iteration of the Cup Series at this racetrack. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano on the front row in a rain-shortened qualifying session. Green flag out here at Nashville. Hamlin gets a good jump. Last year's winner, Kyle Larson, going to try to capitalize on Joey Logano being stuck up there on the high side, and it looks like it will work, but Hamlin will lead the first lap back to the start-finish line as the 5 car now looking down low and trying to take the lead away from Hamlin. Last year, it was Larson that got that victory. Chastain, though, put up one of his best performances of the season, driving for Chip Ganassi Racing, finishing second, and now Trackhouse Racing running 1-2 here with Suarez out front, but the 99 car will start to slip back a little bit. And there is Larson now in the 9th position, trying to work his way back up to the front. Positions have been shifting a little bit. A lot of passing so far in the early stages of this race. Eric Almirola finds his way to the front of the field. He got the pole here last year and ended up getting a top 5 finish, trying to see if he can bring that magic back as he tries to make a late push into the playoffs. Alex Bowman will go to his inside and take over the lead. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. grabbed a top 10 here last season, one of just 2 last year. He had a streak of 4 recently, and then he's followed that up with finishes of 32nd and 25th, trying to find his way back to the front. Unfortunately, does not look like that's happening right now. Kyle Larson's dominant win last year brought along with it a lot of laps led. Chase Elliott was second on that list with 13. Unfortunately, his result got thrown out, and he ended up finishing last place. Daniel Suarez was the hero of our last race a couple of weeks ago at Sonoma as he got his first career Cup victory at Sonoma. A great run for him, and he is trying to back that up with a good finish here now that he knows that he is probably going to be in the playoffs. Seeing some green flag pit stops starting right now. We saw Joey Logano come in first, then a few more of the leaders, and Alex Bowman will cycle back out with the top spot. But here comes Kevin Harvick, a late burst from him. Finished 5th here last season and trying to see if he can take over the lead late in this stage. He'll get to the inside of Bowman in turn 1, and with just 4 laps to go in the stage, he will be able to make the pass and win the stage over Bowman. Chase Elliott 3rd, William Byron 4th, and Eric Almirola 5th in this stage. Good run for some Chevy drivers. Ross Chastain also up there in the top 10, along with Tyler Reddick. Backwards stage number 2. And at lap 185, see the restart. Alex Bowman gets a good jump over Harvick. Need to give an attaboy to Chris Buescher. Takes a week off for COVID-19 and then comes back and finishes runner-up at Sonoma. Great battle with Suarez, trying to see if he can grab his 2nd career Cup victory. Michael McDowell also a great run at Sonoma as he finishes 3rd. He was 16th in this event last season in what was a great year for them. that front row crew. Here's Kyle Busch trying to battle with Alex Bowman. Kyle Busch did not have the greatest of days at Sonoma. He finished in the 30th position. And we're having some mechanical troubles here for Tyler Reddick. This is going to be huge for his playoff hopes as he is trying to get above the cut line after failing to claim a victory so far. And that is not what he wants to see right now, as he is going to limp it down to pit lane. Denny Hamlin, also a bad day at Sonoma, 31st position for him, and he is lacking speed right now. The 11 car off the lead lap after winning the pole in this event. So they're trying to get it together. We're starting to see some drivers come down pit lane. Here comes Elliott and Bell from the front two spots, and it looks like Elliott will cycle back out with the lead on this set of pit stops. A little bit of contact there. I'm not sure who we're riding on board with there, but Elliott's going to win the stage anyway. Bell will take second, Kyle Busch third, Ross Chastain fourth, and Alex Bowman fifth. Briscoe, Logano, Byron, Truex Jr., and Kurt Busch will take the other spots. Back to the restart with Elliott and Bell out in front. Briscoe being a little antsy trying to get around Chastain. Looking at Ryan Blaney, who did not have a good result here last year, finished 37th. Not having a great result right now. He is off the lead lap, just like Hamlin is. Ooh, contact here entering turn 1, and Cody Ware is turned into the wall by Kyle Busch. Busch was running third at the time, battling with Alex Bowman, with Elliott a couple seconds out in front. And that's not what the 18 or the 9 wants to see. We'll get back to the restart. It's Elliott now with Logano to his outside. Contact in the middle of the backstretch, and now a spin. Kyle Larson, who won this event last year, now spinning in front of the field, and a big crash down in turn 3. Multiple cars involved, and they're still wrecking. Truex Jr., Ty Dillon, Michael McDowell. Look at this again from the grandstands, and you can see contact there. A lot of cars making contact, honestly. Truex right in front of the field. Several cars plow in there. Keselowski, big hit. Josh Bilicki. And then more contact here as Blaney, Chastain, Burden going around here. Gigantic accident there in turn 3. A lot of cars involved, but only a few casualties. Keselowski, Hamlin, and Austin Dillon, the only ones that drop out of the event. Oh, there's contact here with Burden and Almirola. Big hit there in the exit of turn 2. Blaney involved in spinning around. Corey LaJoie was coming off of pit lane, and he gets collected. JJ Yaley also spinning through the grass. We were pretty clean through the first part of the race, and now, entering stage 3, it seems like all the respect has gone out the window. Oh no, there's a problem here with Alex Bowman. Mechanical issue as he's leading the race. A 1.5-second lead over Bell is evaporated, and even more troubles as he's going to head to the pits. Oh, and another issue. Kyle Busch now going down the pit lane. He was running third. And that is just one lap after Bowman. What in the world is going on? Several cars breaking down in the late stages of this race, and now Christopher Bell with a sizable gap over Joey Logano. He just lapped Kyle Larson after his involvement in that latest accident, and Bell will come down for the pit stop. Bell was even involved in that accident, the big accident on the backstretch into turn 3, and he is still running great. We now see Logano and Byron in several laps later, and at the moment it's backfired because Logano is now 12 seconds back, but he is munching into that gap as the laps wind down with fresher rubber by about 10 laps. Chase Briscoe putting up a solid performance. He is the last car on the lead lap, 7th place for him. He is looking for his first top 10 since Charlotte and his second since Martinsville. White flag is out, and it is Christopher Bell in the lead, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold on to it over Joey Logano, even though Logano is only 2 seconds back. Bell has one career victory. It came at Daytona Road Course 1 season ago, and he had a terrible start to the season, a crash at Daytona, a mechanical issue at Fontana, but he has top 10s in 6 of the last 7, 7 of the last 9. Today, it is going to be victory lane for the 20 cars. Christopher Bell wins at Nashville. So Bell is going to drive it into victory lane. Joey Logano did everything he could. The strategy just did not work out. By just a few laps, Logano was about 12 seconds back when those pit stops ended, and he was able to get it down to 1.5 seconds. A great run at the late going, but unfortunately just comes up short. Byron, Chastain, and Truex will make up the top 5. Daniel Suarez with a nice run inside the top 10. Both of the Trackhouse cars finishing inside that mark. Kevin Harvick just outside the top 10. Kyle Larson ends up going 2 laps down, which is quite a surprise from last year's winner, of course, involved in that big accident in Turn 3. Good runs for the rookies Todd Gilliland and Austin Cindric inside the top 20, and Chris Buescher, after his runner-up finish at Sonoma, finishes in 20th. Stewart-Haas Racing Cars outside the top 20. Eric Almirola showed speed early. He'll end up 21st, and Cole Custer 22nd. And consecutive bad weeks for Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin, 30th or worse. Both RCR cars also in the bottom 5 of the grid. That is it for NR 2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.